Hi, and welcome to this BookTube community collab. It's the first tag I've ever done. We all made it together, fashion and books tag, and you'll see what it's about very soon. But I'll put everybody's channels in the description, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. Dress in your favorite wintry outfit and tell us about a Christmas themed book that you enjoy. It's not all about Christmas exactly. I don't have any specific Christmas books, but The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is part of the Chronicles of Narnia series, does have a lot of Christmas themes in it, and it does occur during Christmas, at least in the Narnia world, so I think that counts. And I mean, this is, I don't even have to say, Chronicles of Narnia is one of my favorite series of all time, and I love it so much. I love the movies, I love the books, and it's probably my favorite allegorical series of all time. Dress like you're going on a date and tell us about your favorite couple. So this book I just read and I just released a review, so that'll be somewhere around here or in the description. But The Rosie Project by Graham Sinsion, and the two main characters, Dawn and Rosie, are my favorite couple. And I mean, I didn't have much to choose from because, as I've said 1,000 times before, I've only read like a couple romance books, and this one was one of my favorites. And I really loved the chemistry between Dawn and Rosie. I love their personalities. I love how they joke around with each other. Dress like you're going on a mission and tell us about your favorite badass character. I chose Artemis Fowl from the Artemis Fowl book. First of all, I really like this cover. And yeah, when I first read even like the first sentence of this book, I knew it was gonna be cool, and I knew the main character was gonna be my favorite part about it, and it is. Oh, and there's a movie coming out, I think this winter, for it, which I'm really excited for. Dress in your comfiest outfit and tell us about a book you would snuggle up with on a cozy day. That book is Orphan at My Door, which is part of the Dear Canada series. I have been entertained a number of times on rainy days by this book, so that's why I chose it. And it's one of those historical books about real life events around the war in 1897, when children were being moved from where it wasn't safe in Britain, in London area, to Canada as home children to basically work for the people who lived there and get food and a home to live in. So this is about from the perspective of a girl named Victoria Cope, who was a real girl, and it's basically her diary. And yeah, I really like that book. Dress in your favorite summer outfit and tell us about a book you would read during summer vacation. And that is Kensuke's Kingdom by Michael Marperjo. And it's a book I've had for a really long time, and in all the years I've had it, I've never been able to figure out if it's based loosely on a true story, or if it is a true story, because by the way that it's told, it's in a journal way. It almost seems it's so real, and it's awesome for reading during summer vacation because it's about this guy who gets marooned by himself, or is he by himself, on an island. So what do you think? I can't wait to see how everyone else, if anyone else, manages to top this one. A book that cracked me up when I was younger, and and still cracks me up today is, well, it's a series, but this is the first book, TJ and the Time Stumblers by Bill Myers, and the first book, New Kid Catastrophes. It's one of those books that has some weird fonts inside to describe words and some really wacky situations, you know, early 2000s stuff. And it doesn't matter how old I am or how my sense of humor changes over the years, I always manage to find that book funny and that series funny. I might make a video about my favorite series of all time. This one would definitely be one of those. It's just so funny and weird, and I think from reading that series is where I got my somewhat weird sense of humor. My favorite color is yellow, so this is my chosen outfit. And pick a book with that color on the cover. The one I picked is One Punch Man, a manga, volume 1. And it has lots of themes of yellow on it, as well as on the back, as you can see. And this is one of my favorite manga series of all time, so I'm glad I got to talk about it in this video. The art is amazing. Look at that. The art is my favorite part, besides, you know, the humor and the plot in general about this guy who's so overpowered, he beats everything he punches with one try. He only needs to punch something once and he wins. The battle's over. And you think that that would make it boring, but it's not, because it's funny. Dress in your go-to outfit and tell us about one of your favorite books. I chose Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott O'Dell. And I own the 50th anniversary edition, but when I first read it in middle school, it had a different cover, but I first read it in middle school and I fell in love with it because I love the narrative, I love the story. It was such a wondrous story for me, and it was one of the books, one of the first books I can remember really liking. It's one of those books that I can reread again and again and never get bored of. Just like this outfit, just like this jacket. Can you tell I was obsessed with bright colors? And, well, I still am. Here's Lily, the first book in the Lily series by Nancy Rue, and it's a Christian book written for young people, and I ate this up. It's basically about a redheaded girl who starts getting interested in modeling and about how that affects her life and her self-esteem and, you know, her identity and all that. And it was really funny. It was really entertaining to me as a kid, and I related to the girl. That was a book that I really enjoyed when I was younger, and this would have been an outfit that I would have enjoyed when I was younger. Wear the outfit you've had for the longest time and tell us about a book that's been on your to-be-read list for the longest time. First of all, this outfit, this shirt, actually used to be my mom's. It was made and bought in Kenya, where she's from, and then she passed it down to me, and it was bought for, I don't even know how many shillings, but I think it's a really old shirt. So anyways, about the book. This is a book that I'm supposed to have read already, and I've had it for almost 2 years in my bookshelf and just not had the time to read it. And that is Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. Wow. Oh, I haven't read this book, yeah. And I haven't watched the movie either because I didn't want to be spoiled. That's been on my shelf back there for very long, and I have not read it yet. And maybe I'll be able to squeeze it into my winter reading list. Dress in your favorite sleepover outfit and tell us about 5 characters you would want to spend the night with. My answer is Nami from One Piece, Anne from Anne of Green Gables, Shoko from A Silent Voice, the manga series. I know there's a movie, but the manga. Yotsuba from the Yotsuba series, and Joe from Little Women. Dress like a movie star and tell us about your favorite book to movie adaptation. This is a movie adaptation, and it has a TV show which I really like Little House on the Prairie, another classic, by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I love the TV show. It's the older one where the guy who acts as the dad is also the one who wrote the show and put it together. So I don't know what year that one is from. If I find out, I'll put it somewhere up here, but I love that book and I think it adapts very well into TV.